Are you feeling overwhelmed by the mountain of research for your literature review? This video will be your guide. It provides a step-by-step guide on how to write a literature review and a literature review structure and will help you save time and minimize stress while working on your research paper for your literature review. Hi, everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this series of videos, I will delve into the fascinating world of conducting a literature review, a comprehensive guide for writing a literature review. Before we begin, let's establish what a literature review exactly is. A literature review is an essential component of academic writing, research, and dissertations. It involves an extensive review and evaluation of existing scholarly literature related to a specific topic or research question. In this video, I'll explore the definition, structure, and how to write a literature review, along with examples and format. I will also briefly explain the difference between a literature review and an annotated bibliography. So what exactly is a literature review? Well, according to this book by Collis and Hussey 2009, a literature review is a critical examination and synthesis of scholarly publications and published research on a particular topic, which guides the research and demonstrates that the relevant literature has been located and analyzed. It should therefore offer a statement of the state of the art and major questions and issues in the field under consideration, in the words of these authors. The fundamental purpose of a literature review is to provide a comprehensive understanding of the existing knowledge surrounding a specific research question or topic. Its purpose is to identify gaps in current knowledge and assess the existing literature's strengths and weaknesses. By reviewing and synthesizing existing literature, researchers can identify trends, challenges, and debates within a specific field and provide a foundation for new research studies, such as developing your conceptual framework if you have one, methodology, and research design. It helps researchers to contextualize their own work within the broader academic landscape, identify the strengths and weaknesses of previous studies, and identify gaps that merit further investigation. Additionally, a well-executed literature review demonstrates the researcher's familiarity with relevant literature and serves as a foundation for generating new hypotheses or theoretical frameworks. Once we have a good grasp of what a literature review is, let's move on to the components of a literature review. A literature review generally includes the following components. 1. Introduction. The topic, background information, and the aim and scope of the literature review are all covered in the introduction section. 2. Methodology. This section describes the research approach and criteria used for selecting the literature. 3. Body. Organized thematically or chronologically, the body of the literature review synthesizes and critically analyzes the existing research, identifying key ideas, theories, methodologies, and findings. 4. A discussion. This section discusses the implications and connections between studies, highlighting gaps, contradictions, or areas requiring further investigation. 5. Conclusion. This final section of the literature review summarizes the essential findings and emphasizes the significance of the literature review within the broader research context. Now, we have the fundamental components of the literature review covered, and we can dive into the exciting part of the literature review, how to write it. The steps below can help you produce a literature review. Step 1. Define the scope and objective. Step 2. Conduct a comprehensive search. Step 3. Evaluate and select sources. Step 4. Organize your sources. Step 5. Structure your literature review. Step 6. Write the introduction. Step 7. Develop body paragraphs. Step 8. Conclude the review. Step 9. Revise and edit. The first step is to define the scope and objective. Begin by clearly defining the boundaries and goals of your literature review. Determine the specific research question or problem you want to address and identify the key themes or concepts you will explore. And then the second step is to conduct a comprehensive search. Thoroughly search relevant databases, scholarly articles, books, and other credible sources to gather a wide range of information related to your topic. Use keywords and different search strategies to ensure comprehensive coverage. After that, the third step is to evaluate and select sources. Assess the quality and relevance of each source, ensuring it contributes to the research question. More specifically, you should carefully evaluate each source for its credibility, relevance, and quality. Consider the author's expertise, the publication's reputation, and the publication date. Select sources that provide valuable insights and support for your research question. Next, the fourth step is to organize your sources. When conducting research, organizing your sources is a crucial step to maintain clarity and extract valuable insights. To achieve this, creating an annotated bibliography or a literature review matrix will prove invaluable, which can help you keep track of essential findings and connections between sources. The key is to create a system to organize your sources effectively. This could be through a spreadsheet, a reference management tool, or physical files. Categorize the sources based on themes, subject areas, or any other relevant criteria that will facilitate easy retrieval. If you need tools to help you organize your sources, check out my literature review notebooks and how to write research paper notebooks. I leave the links in the description below. After organizing your sources, it is crucial to structure your literature review effectively. So the following step after the organization of your sources is to structure your literature review. Divide it into 3 main sections: introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. This clear structure will help readers navigate through your review and understand the main points you are discussing. Next, the following step, the 6th step, is to write the introduction. Start your literature review by writing a clear and concise introduction. This section should provide an overview of the topic, background information, and scope of the literature review, explaining why it is significant and why a literature review is necessary. Additionally, clearly state the purpose of your literature review, which could be to identify research gaps or critically analyze existing literature. Finally, it is also a good idea to provide an organization of your literature review chapter to help readers understand your ideas. Once you have introduced your topic, it is time to develop body paragraphs. Organize your review by themes, methodologies, or theories, depending on the nature of your research. For example, if you are reviewing articles related to the impact of climate change on biodiversity, you could organize your body paragraphs around different impacts on various ecosystems. Summarize and evaluate the main conclusions of each source in each body paragraph. Draw attention to similarities or variations between different sources and assess the data's dependability and credibility with a critical eye. By doing so, you will demonstrate your understanding of the literature and contribute to the existing body of knowledge. Next, the body section should incorporate the theoretical framework and hypotheses of your study. The theoretical framework helps to guide your research and provides a conceptual basis for understanding the phenomena under investigation. It consists of established theories or concepts that you will build upon in your own study. Clearly explain the theories or concepts you are adopting and how they are relevant to your research question. Additionally, clearly state your hypotheses, which are essentially testable predictions derived from the theoretical framework. Depending on the nature of the research, this step can vary. For example, empirical research, particularly in the positivist tradition, places a strong emphasis on hypothesis formulation and testing. In conclusion, the body section of a literature review encompasses several important steps, depending on the nature of the research. In this section, you need to discuss the research model you will employ to examine the relationships between variables in your study. Based on the research model, you should also present the specific hypotheses that you will test in your study. Firstly, the body section should include a summary of the evaluation of the core literature. When writing a literature review, the body section serves as the meat of your paper. Clearly explain the theories or concepts you are adopting and how they are relevant to your research question. Once you have completed the body section of your literature review, it is essential to conclude your review effectively. In this section, summarize your main findings and arguments presented in your review. Additionally, highlight any research gaps your review has identified, which could open up avenues for future research. Lastly, propose potential future directions based on the reviewed literature, showing your ability to think critically and contribute insights to the field. Finally, the final step, Step 9, is to revise and edit your literature review draft chapter. Step 9, revise and edit. After completing the initial draft, revise and edit your literature review. Ensure coherence, clarity, and logical flow of ideas. Check for grammatical errors, formatting consistency, and proper citation of sources. Consider seeking feedback from peers or mentors to improve the overall quality of your review. Following these steps will help you produce a comprehensive and concise literature review. Remember to stay organized, critically analyze your sources, and maintain focus on your research question throughout the process. This is just an overview of the steps of writing a literature review. Watch this playlist next to learn more about writing a literature review. Once we have an overview of a literature review and a good grasp of the steps of writing a literature review, let me move on to show you the literature review format. I'll also show you 2 examples and templates. A literature review follows a specific format and citation style, such as APA American Psychological Association or MLA Modern Language Association. Here is an example of the APA format for a literature review. Here is another example of the basic APA format for a literature review. If you want step-by-step guidance on planning and conducting a systematic review and literature review and saving time, please check out my research notebooks, such as the How to Write a Research Paper, Templates for Academic Search Record, Read, Analyze, and Literature Review Outline, link below. It provides practical templates and instructions for planning your search strategy, searching databases and sources, follow-up tracking, managing references, summarizing sources, and more. With these templates, you'll have the perfect system to organize and execute your literature review and systematic literature review. No more feeling lost in a sea of sources. So, head to the link below to grab my literature review notebook and start your review off right. Then, dive deep into sources. I promise you'll uncover powerful insights. Now, it is time for literature review and systematic reviews to shine a light. Now that we have covered literature review formats, examples, and templates, let me move on to the last one, which is to explain the difference between a literature review and an annotated bibliography. While a literature review and an annotated bibliography share similarities, they differ in their purpose and format. A literature review focuses on critically analyzing and evaluating a body of scholarly research related to a specific topic, while an annotated bibliography only summarizes sources without analysis. Annotations in a bibliography typically include an APA citation and a paragraph describing the resource, while a literature review involves categorizing sources thematically and synthesizing critiquing findings across works. So, a literature review offers a thorough examination and synthesis of several sources, whereas an annotated bibliography is merely a list of sources with a brief synopsis and assessment of each source. As I mentioned above, the objective of a literature review is to convey the state of knowledge on the topic and identify areas for further research. Additionally, a literature review aids in the development of a conceptual framework, methodology, and research design. By understanding the existing theories, concepts, and methodologies employed in previous studies, researchers can build a strong conceptual foundation for their research, such as developing the study's conceptual framework, if any, methodology, and research design. Let's recap what we've covered today. We looked at the concept, goal, components, and procedure of carrying out an extensive literature study. Key points include, a literature review critically analyses and synthesizes existing scholarly works on a topic to understand the current state of knowledge and identify gaps. It helps to show expertise in the topic and place fresh research within the larger framework of earlier investigations. Components include an introduction establishing relevance, search methodology, body with thematic analysis, discussion of implications, and a conclusion summarizing findings. The writing process involves defining the scope, conducting a thorough search, evaluating sources, organizing references, outlining the review structure, and drafting revising sections. We also looked at APA formatting and organizing tools like templates and matrices, and distinguished a literature review from an annotated bibliography. Going forward, be sure to apply the steps covered from comprehensive searching to critical analysis to logical flow. Seek feedback and continue refining your review. I hope this overview equipped you with the framework to undertake a high-quality literature review. Let me know if any part needs further discussion. If you found this breakdown of the literature review process helpful, let me know by hitting the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more research how-to videos. I'd love for us to learn from each other down the path of academic and research success. Let me know in the comments, and check out my related videos for more literature reviews and research tips. Let me know if you have any other questions on mastering literature reviews. And don't forget to check the description below. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel for more tips on academic writing and research. Interact by leaving a comment with any other topics you'd like me to cover. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.